Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our first episode of, our first live stream here in the Bitcoin community, Bitcoin Paraguay, right? And today we have something very practical for you. We are going to talk about peer-to-peer exchanges, and we're going to dive deep into what's RoboSats, and because we think it's one of the best tools we can use here, especially if we are talking about the local market here in Paraguay. So you know probably that on ramp and off ramp here in Paraguay and buying Bitcoin, it's a little bit tricky here. And well, what we are bringing today is something for you to take. A practical tool so you can find more options when on ramping or off ramping when you want to buy or sell Bitcoin. Yeah. So well, here I'm with Jan from the community. How are you, Jan?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm doing really great.
Okay, this is a live stream, so if you have comments or questions, we're going to answer them at the end. And well, first, I want to tell you about the agenda today. We are going to talk a little bit about peer-to-peer exchange, what is and what it is not. And second, why it is important and for your financial freedom. And then we'll walk through to a demo of RoboSat, so you learn how to do this. And finally, well, there's a Q&A where you can ask questions, and we'll try to answer them. So to start, can you explain people, Jan, what is peer-to-peer exchange?
All right. So here you should probably see a screen, and I will try to explain to you what is the difference between the peer-to-peer and centralized network. So let's start with the centralized network. Centralized network is a network where you have one arbiter or one middleman, and you have many other nodes or entities that are connected to this central party. So the central party is basically running the conversation and works as an arbiter. So in case of like financial transaction, you have to get approval from this central party to actually make the financial transaction happen. So in case of the peer-to-peer network, there is no middleman. There is no one in the middle of the transaction. So you're transacting directly with your counterparty. If we go to the second slide, the biggest advantage of the peer-to-peer is that it's a decentralized network. It's a government attack-resistant network. There is no single point of failure. So if you're transacting directly with your counterparty, you're the one that is setting the rules. It's also much more private. There is no KYC, no data selling. It's also very accessible because if you don't need the middleman, you can directly transact with your counterparty. You can do it with some platform, of course, but you can also do it with cash, for example, in real life, in person. It's also much more flexible. So let's compare it with the exchanges, which are the centralized platforms. Those are regulated entities. So you have to go through the KYC, AML checks. There are usually transaction limits involved. And those entities also have say if your transaction will happen or not. So if they don't like you, they can block the transaction. They can seize your funds, or they can block your account, so you cannot transact anymore, etc. And those exchanges also, they are huge honeypots because they deal with large amounts of cryptocurrencies. So there are many malicious groups that can try to attack this exchange. They can try to hack it and get control over the funds that the exchange is operating with. There is also a problem with the transparency because, of course, because it's regulated entity, they have to report, they have to enable government if they ask for it. They can basically share the data of their customers about their transaction history and so on. And there is also a problem that many exchanges, they use leverage and they may use the customers' funds to get more profit. So it may happen, and it happened many times in the history that those exchanges became insolvent and they had to close the business, and many customers lost a lot of their funds. And the last problem there is that many companies, chain analysis companies, they are basically leveraging the data, and this is a big issue, of course, because if you once lose your privacy, there is no you cannot reverse it. It's done, and especially if it's like a blockchain transaction, it will be there, visible to everybody till the end of our lives. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because hacks not only could affect your fund. For instance, Ledger, when it got hacked, you didn't lose your Bitcoin, but you share your data with many people. I mean, malicious people. So the exchanges also can, you don't know what they do with your data. What could, if leaks, then you are at risk. So it's not only your funds, it's also the data, because people sometimes think about peer-to-peer, and here in Paraguay, Binance peer-to-peer is very popular, but it's still very controlled by the platform. And in this case, RoboSats is truly non-custodial, and your privacy is very, very like it is private.
Yeah, with the Binance peer-to-peer, there is a problem because you still have to go through the KYC, right? You have to, if you're registering to Binance, you have to pass them your identity card. So in case of Paraguay, it's a cedula. So they know who you are. Usually part of the KYC process is also the address, so they know where you live. And like if everything seems to be like fine, you're like a regular person, like a normie, you don't do anything wrong, but still what can happen that there could be a leak. Those data can be shared somewhere on the darknet, and some malicious entities, they can use them to their advantage.
Yeah, many people here in Paraguay, I know we are not very concerned about our privacy. The first thing someone says is like, I don't have anything to hide. Yeah, but from whom? I mean, I'm sure you want to hide from like hacks, from malicious people. It's not only hiding, like it's not about you doing something wrong, but what someone that wants to wrong you could do with your data. So that's very important.
Exactly. Like, I mean, no one wants that the entire population knows how much you owe, right? How much money you possess. So I think everybody should respect each other's privacy, and this should be a private thing. How much wealth or money you possess.
Yeah. Well, so are we done with the exchanges, Jan? Or is there something else we are missing here, or?
I think, yeah, with the exchanges, we are okay. So
Okay, so the next question is why peer-to-peer is important.
So the peer-to-peer is important because it gives us more sovereignty. Because again, we are not dependent on any central party like the exchange or bank or any other financial institution. The financial transactions go from one party to another directly with no middleman, which is very important. And You know, it's very important that we have this kind of sovereignty because it also involves how we behave. If we have sovereignty, how we can exchange our money, we also have other freedoms like freedom of speech and etc.
Okay, and let me know if we need to share a slide. But in the meantime, could you explain people, because everyone says no, I'm okay with buying from an exchange, it's very easy, but why should people invest their time learning like things like RoboSats here in Paraguay at least?
I think it's one of the many ways how to exchange your Bitcoin. I think it's one of really good options. There is one more option that is a Vexel. It's another kind of application that we also promote because it's also a very private one. And I think like we should have as many options as possible, and we should try our best to get our sovereignty back and be as independent from those centralized parties like the Binance, Coinbase, or any other centralized exchanges as possible.
Yeah, and at least here in Paraguay, with the not many options we have to on ramp off ramp, it's usually you can usually get better rates also. Besides freedom and all that, you can get a
Yes.
better rates. So, what will you say it's the number one benefit of doing peer to peer transaction?
I would say it's the privacy. For me, it's the privacy. Of course, for other people, it could be that they can get a better rate. So, for example, if you're exchanging with the RoboSats, and for example, you're selling in the moment where everybody wants to buy, you can get like percentage a premium on top of the current market rate. So you can actually like benefit from it a little. But it depends. Like it depends on the liquidity of the market and yeah, how much people are basically willing to pay for the Bitcoin, or the opposite, how much Bitcoin you need to ramp off if you need so.
Yeah, well, so the idea is not to stop using whatever you're using right now, but give you more options so you can stay less dependent on exchanges. Because there are people, we need to mention here, there are people that do over the counter OTC exchanges here. They're very good, very professional. But this is to give you a more freedom, more options, and well, pay less fees in some cases, and well, that's very important. So well, I don't know if there are any questions in the chat. Remember, the chat is open, so if you want to ask something before we go into RoboSats, or you have any experience, or tell us from where are you coming here. There are many people we met yesterday in the pizza day, and there's some you have to understand there are people with experience, but also people new to Bitcoin. So we try to cover all these topics. Maybe if you already know about this, sorry, but we want to share information with everyone. So another thing, Janice, I get asked this a lot, is when is it time to do a peer-to-peer transaction? Can you do it from like $10? Do I need to like do it with 100, 1,000? Is it a range there, or is it possible to do it from whatever amount?
Yeah, I mean, like there is no limit. It very much depends on you, how you feel comfortable with this. Of course, if you're using platforms like RoboSats, I would definitely use it for a smaller amounts, smaller volumes. If you're using application like Vexel, and if you have really good web of trust with only the people you basically know and you trust, then you can probably exchange more. Also, if it's like in-person meeting, it's different than when it's only online meeting like with the RoboSats. So it very much depends And what I always recommend to people is that they should start with smaller volumes, just to get comfortable with the platform they use, and just to try it out, how they feel about the process, and getting to know the platform is very important.
Okay. So, do you have any other material you can share before the demo?
Sure, I can share this
Okay.
one. I'll try to share it. Okay, and
Oh,
it's
of
like
course.
the cons
Let's
because
talk about the
because I
cons,
don't.
right?
Yeah, of course. Because I think it's important that we are not just saying that peer-to-peer is the best and so on. I think we should also say the other part of the story. So of course, peer-to-peer usually is less convenient than buying on exchange. Usually, it also involves some learning process. You have to learn how to do it safely. Sometimes there are higher costs, especially the time you have to learn the platform you're using. You have to learn how it works. And sometimes it can also involve more money, because if you're, for example, buying in a time when no one wants to, when no one wants to sell, you can probably expect that the fee or the premium will be higher. Also, it's your responsibility to make sure that everything is secure, and that you know what you're doing, because usually when something goes wrong, it's your problem. There is no middleman that would say like, okay, I'm responsible for this, the safety of the process. And you should also follow some basic OPSEC, like the security best practices to avoid any mistakes. And the last one is that peer-to-peer is out of the system, so it's good to also keep an eye on your privacy, and make sure that you do it in a way that will not involve you in some legal issues, and that you won't have issues with the banks. For example, that if you're doing a bank transfer, don't put any notes about Bitcoin or crypto or any words connected to this industry, because it would probably cause your bank account to be frozen, or maybe the bank would ask you some further question. And especially here in Paraguay, it happened in the past to many people I know. So yeah, please just make sure that you know what you're doing with this.
Okay. Do you want to go into the demo?
Maybe I can share the best practices also, and a little bit about the RoboSats
Oh, of
platform
course. Yeah.
itself.
Like what are
Because
we going to see now? Is RoboSats? Yeah, people want to know, of course.
yeah. So first, let's introduce the platform. So RoboSats, it's a platform, peer-to-peer platform based on Lightning network. For those of you that don't know, not Lightning yet, it's a second layer on top of Bitcoin, layer one. So for example, we can have Lightning as a second layer. We can have Liquid. So this platform RoboSats is built on top of Lightning, which is protocol network. It's very private. It's decentralized. It runs on Tor. Tor, it's another technology that is basically increasing your privacy, because if you and the counterparty communicate with each other, it goes through multiple other parties. So it's not a direct connection, but it goes through multiple hops. So it's much harder for the internet service providers that are serving you with the internet connection and so on to track your transaction. So it's very much anonymous. It can also be self-host. If you're running a node, for example, Umbrella, you can run this application through your node. What is also great is that there is already a really good liquidity in United States dollars or euros, or there are also a lot of Brazilian users. So there are a lot of offers in reals too. The fees are pretty good too. There are a coordinator's fee. A coordinator is basically an entity that is making sure that both parties are behaving well. And usually this party is not involved in the transaction in like 95%, according to the statistics. 95% of the deals are done without any involvement of this coordinator. But this coordinator, of course, because he's providing this mechanism, safety mechanism, is charging 0.175% from the people that take the offer and 0.025% from the people that make new offers. There are also premiums involved. Premium can be negative and positive. So if you, for example, want to sell Bitcoin, you can also set it that the fee is like 0 or a negative to make it more appealing for the people that are watching the offer list. Or if your time preference is lower, if you can wait for a couple of days, for example, you can set the fee higher and wait if someone will take it. We will show this step later. So the last thing before we jump to demo is like the best practices you should follow. I will repeat them probably later again. So first one, don't trust, verify, as usual with everything regarded to Bitcoin. Make sure that the app you're using is truly owned by the project. So you should check the domain name if it's the right one, if it's not some other malicious site. Use small volumes, especially in the beginning. I don't recommend you to do trades that more than like 200, 300,000 guarani, for example, because first you need to learn how to use the platform, and then when you're comfortable, you know what you're doing, you can start experimenting with higher volumes too. Protect your privacy. Always run the application with Tor. You can use application that is called Tor browser. It's kind of special kind of browser, similar to one you already use. It uses Onion addresses, so you will see instead of like .com, you will see .onion. I will show it to you later. And also we will show this later. Use higher bounds like 15%. I will explain this term a bit later. So, and study how the platforms work. So that's it. If you have any questions, please share it in the chat. We can answer them.
One more thing, Jan. Talking about here Paraguay, right? When you are doing a trade, try not to exceed or never exceed the 5 million guaraníes limit of the SPI limit. Which what happens then? Then you have to like wait 24 hours before the confirmation or something like that.
Yes. So to explain it, here in Paraguay, the most of the banks, they implemented this SPI regulation, which basically means that all the transactions below this limit are processed instantly, and the transaction above this limit could take more time. I don't know, usually my transactions were confirmed here very rapidly, even if it was more than 5 million guarani. So I really don't know, but to make sure that your transaction will be processed in the window you will get to finish the transaction, I recommend you to stick with maximum of 5 million.
That would be around $625, and I think the way it works is if you go above that, and it's not during the bank time, maybe after 5 o'clock, then the transfer won't get processed until the next day. And also during weekends, if you do more than 5 million, then you will have to wait until Monday. So that's something you need to avoid when you're doing this, because there in the other side there's someone waiting for your transfer. So just stay above 600. And when you are doing a bank transfer, in the comments section, sometimes they ask you for a comment for what it is, and don't put anything related to crypto, please. So just leave it blank, or I don't know what people used to, but maybe, I don't know, people get creative with services or something like that, but don't put anything crypto related, because it's not illegal or anything, but the bank could not like your business there.
Exactly. Yeah, good that you mentioned this too.
Okay.
All right. So let's jump to the demo, or if we have any questions in the comments.
Yeah, right now we don't have, it's just people saying hi, and Antonio asking if we are here. Yes, we are here. I don't know what he means by that. But yeah, the chat is open, and we'd like you to comment. But no other questions right now.
All right.
So we are going to see a live demo of how a transaction looks like in RoboSats. Okay, and you can use this from your desktop computer, but also from your mobile phone with an app, and you're going to show both sides, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see the screen I'm sharing right now.
Not yet. I mean, we're still looking at the. You want me to share it? Okay. Yeah, that's right. I understand. Okay, go back to your screen, and I will share it. There.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it this way.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me try here. Okay. So now what we're seeing is your desktop with the browser in the RoboSat page, and on the right side we are seeing your mobile. Oh, maybe I have to turn this QR. No, I think it's fine. On the right side we are seeing your mobile screen, right?
Yes, exactly. So I have my mobile phone connected, so I can show you how it looks like on Android device. I'm running an application there.
Maybe I can.
But first of all, let's start with the RoboSats web page, because I also want to show you where to find another tutorials, because we of course have limited time. We cannot cover everything. So if you want to explore RoboSats, there are many windows. There is really great tutorial by BTC sessions in English. There are many more. Also, if you don't speak English so well, you can check out Spanish ones. There are a few videos as well, so you can check them out. If you want to learn more about the platform, there is this guide, and there are many topics. Like if you're curious, for example, about the trade pipeline, how it works, what are the steps, here you can see really nice illustrations about the process of the transaction from the buyer side and also from the seller side. So if you're unsure about the process or about the steps, you can check this out to make sure that everything works. And you can study more about the escrow system, about the fees, about the supported wallets, for example. From what I know, it's not very up to date, because I like to use, for example, Phoenix wallet. Here it shows that it's not supported, but I can confirm you that the Phoenix wallet works. if you're using custodial wallets like Blink or Wallet of Satoshi, they work as well. So, and there are many other topics you can explore. We don't have time for that, so I will jump to GitHub page. There is a link here in footer, so you can go to the GitHub page, and here, if you scroll a little bit more, here's some description. If you, for example, on your mobile phone, what you can do is there's this batch, release batch. You can click on it, and it will open this another tab. And here you can see the last release, which was version 0.7.7 alpha. If you have Android phone, what you can do, you can click this button and it will download APK file, which is like an installation file which you can use in your Android phone to install the application directly. So you won't need the Tor browser there. If you want to use desktop, what you can do is you can download a Tor browser, which is application. I can show you as well how it looks like. This is the Tor website. And here you can download the installation files for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and also for Android. So this is how the Tor browser looks like. I can also show you. I hope it's open. Yes, it's open. So this is. It looks the same. It looks same like a regular browser. The only difference there is that it uses Onion links, and if you click on this description, you will see all the hops in the connection it has to make to reach the counterparty.
So it's a little bit slower, but more private, right?
Exactly. It's much more private. I can show you. So this is the Onion link. As I said, it has this .onion extension or address. So it's some kind of random hash and .onion. It's much slower. For this demonstration purposes, I will use the unsafe ClearNet URL. You shouldn't do this, but I'm doing it just because I want to make things a little faster, and because this is recorded and live stream, I don't have any privacy at all, so it doesn't really make sense. So this is basically the web page when it loads. So the landing page, what you can do or what you should do is you should create your robot. Robot, it's a generated anonymous identity, which you will use to create an offer on the platform. So let's click the button, create token. This is the token it generates. It's some random combination of letters and numbers. What you have to do now is you should store this combination as a backup, because what can happen? Basically, you can run out of the battery, the computer will shut down, you will lose all the session data, and you cannot return back to your trade. So this is a way how you can basically restore your data and get back to your trade. So what I will do right now, I will go to my notes, for example, and I can create a note that this is some RoboSats, and I can put there the date so I can remember. And now it's start, so I'm fine, I'm safe, I can continue. This is my anonymous identity, and I can continue. And right now I can go to the offers to see the list of the offers, or I can create a new offer. So first, let's see how the current market looks like. I have to probably set the... All right, for some reason I cannot see any offers here. Oh yeah, already. Some of them are loading. Yes, it takes a little time. Sometimes it's a little slower, but usually it shows up pretty soon. So here, what I did, you can select here if you want to buy or if you want to sell. You can sell a currency you want to use. Here you can see that there are many offers in euros. We can check the dollars as well, and yeah, it might take a little time to load. Buy, sell. Okay, there are currently more offers to sell than to buy. I can check the Brazilian reals as well. Yeah, much more offers. 20, 21. Yes. And and we can also check the Guarani. So there are some offers as well. So let's say that we want to create a new offer here. So I will tap button create, and here we can see an option if we want to buy or if we want to sell Bitcoin, right? So let's say that I want to buy Bitcoin, and I want to buy Bitcoin for, let's say, 200,000 Guarani. The next, I have to choose what fiat payment method I want to choose. If you're using United States dollars or euros, what I can recommend you use platforms like Revolut or Strike or Wise. Those are fast and reliable. I don't use SEPA payments for euros because usually I had a problem in the past because it's sometimes hard to distinguish if it's an instant SEPA payment or if it's a normal SEPA payment. Instant SEPA payment is usually instantly, as the name says, but normal SEPA payment can take up to 3 business days, so it's not really usable. So let's write here transferencia and add this option. And next, I have to pick the premium over the market price. I will put there 0. I don't want any premium. And the last option here is I have to select the coordinator. There are many different coordinators, and you can choose which one you prefer. You can compare their fees. Here's the fee they charge. This is the on-chain fee. If you want, for example, if you want to buy Bitcoin and you want to send it on-chain, it is possible, but you will be charged this fee for the transaction.
So the coordinator is like the scroll.
Yes, it's like an escrow system. Yeah, basically it works on hold Lightning invoices, which is invoice that is not confirmed. It's like you have to send it as a sender, and it's like something like a pre-sign. So you cannot control this money unless it is confirmed or released. So yeah, when you send it, you cannot move with these funds.
Okay.
So let's say I will use, for example, coordinator Typic Lake. I have good experience with this coordinator, so I will use this one, and I will press create offer. So now it is asking me if I backed up the token, which I did. So I press done. And now, I have another warning that the coordinator is source of truth, and etc. So I understand, and right now I'm in the offer tab, and first what I have to do is to lock the bond. The bond, it's basically a guarantee that I will not run away from the trade. It's a certain amount of Satoshi that I have to place there as the guarantee, basically. And if I quit the trade, if I won't finish it, what might happen is that the coordinator can decide that this bond will be released to the counterparty, to not waste time of your counterparty.
So if you're buying a Bitcoin, you need to have a certain minimum amount of Bitcoin, at least in this case. How much is the bond? Is 10%, 5%? I don't know, but
It
you
doesn't
need
matter.
Bitcoin
It doesn't
to
matter
buy.
if it's buying or selling.
Yeah.
Both of the parties, they have to go through this step.
Okay.
It's a security mechanism.
Yeah. So if you have 0 Bitcoin, then you'll get stuck here right now.
Yes. So what I will do right now is that I will scan the invoice, and I will pay the invoice. I'll just quickly confirm it.
Okay, you are scanning, you're sending a transfer to this address.
Yes, exactly. So in a few seconds, yes, right now it arrived. So the bond is locked. So this invoice, this whole invoice is locked. And right now it's public. So if I go, for example, here in the second application on my mobile phone, if I go to the offers and I search for guaranis here. All right, and I want to
there it is.
sell. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, just check. Let's check that it's the same one.
Should show your robot name or not? Unending temper?
Yes, the robot name will be displayed.
So in mobile, I see there's a little icon there, which is an onion. It means you're connected with Tor. The Tor browser is incorporated into the app, right?
You mean this icon?
Yeah.
Yes, this green icon means that it's running on Tor. Usually, yes, the Tor, it means that it's much slower. As you can see, it's loading. Sometimes what happens is that you have to kill the application and start again. Depends, we'll see if it will load or
I
not.
know it's not recommended, but is it possible to turn off Tor in the mobile app, or it is just?
I think so. Yeah, let's try it. Let's disable it for the demo purposes. All right. Let's see.
Gonna bring ourselves here again.
Yeah, if anybody has a question on us in the meantime, please ask in the comments.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I might restart the application because it takes so long. All right. Let's recheck that the Tor is disabled. All right. Let's go to the offers tab. I can filter the guarani.
And in the app, you must download it from the GitHub page, or do they have the app on the Play Store or App Store?
The app is not on App Store or iStore because, of course, it's like money or how is it, like financial service application, kind of, and it's dealing with cryptocurrencies, so it wouldn't be allowed to enter the store's application because it's against the guidelines, of course.
Okay.
All right, I can try to select the different Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's because of the Wi-Fi or restart it.
And from the mobile app, you have to be sell. No, you're buying.
From the mobile app, I will be. I don't know what I select here in the offer tab. I cannot press it because there is some. Okay, now let's see. So I'm a buyer, so I'm buying Bitcoin.
Okay.
So here I can sell, but it's not loading. It's a bad signal. I'll try it again. All right. So I will start.
Or you could try it in your browser, maybe. Open a tab and do it.
Yes, I can theoretically do it in the browser too. Let's see. So I can create another different robot. I can add here a robot, and I have to again back up the code. So this is another code, and here we can go to the offers, and let's see. Yeah. Maybe I didn't choose the. Okay. No. Okay, let's continue here. Let's see how hopefully it works. And we can go to Korani, and right now we should be able to see the offer. So I want to sell, and all right, this one is the maker. I don't see this. Seller, buyer, seller. It's usually like this when you're doing something live, some demo, something breaks, but it is okay. All right. And I will try to load it on my. Can you hear me? Okay, it seems like a connection problem. Okay, I think I lost the signal for a moment. Can you hear me now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry, I was mute. Thank you, Cesar. I was hearing you, but you weren't hearing me.
Okay. Let's try this again. I don't know if I lost signal for some moment or what happened, but let's
I had
try
only
it
one
again.
job, but
Now it's always like that when you're doing a demo or something breaks. It's a usual thing. All right.
so we share your screen again.
Yeah, we can share the screen. I'll go here, hide. Okay, we have this robot.
Let me know, and I will share your screen.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think you can share the screen, and I will do the recovery
Done.
because it seems the one robot is not there. So I will just quickly
Okay,
recover.
you're going to recover your robot.
Yes, exactly. So I'll press the recover. So right now I'm back with the second robot, and yeah, I can go to the offers and let's see. Hopefully it works now.
Is there support you can contact?
I hope there is. Maybe they are just like releasing new up version. That would be that would be really really shame. Okay, it's very slow. It seems like they are releasing new up version because this wasn't there before. These two panels. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, I will try. I will try.
So we are premiering a new feature.
Yeah, exactly. We are testing live.
Yeah. You're testing in production.
We are testing in production. Perfect. I always wanted to do this. All right, let's check the second form. I can try it on the second form as well. If this one doesn't work, I don't know. We'll have to repeat the session again, I'm afraid. All right, this is the second session. I can add a new robot here, and I can try to recover. I can try to where's the fuck, notes. Where is it? Oh, it's not there. Okay, I will try to switch to another profile. Right.
I have RoboSats here in my computer, and it's also with the screen in the new panels there. They're not loading.
Yeah, it wasn't there before. We are lucky, super lucky. Let's see if it loads. Okay, perfect. Seems like this application works a bit better. So I can just quickly back up this robot and I'll create a new offer, text file, I'll place there, save, and let's see. All right, I think I see I don't know if it's this one. No, it's another one. All of them are to 200,000, that's great. Which one is this one? Okay. Yes, it's this one.
Okay. Could it be the transfer method you picked? It messing up with since it's a custom transfer method?
No,
No?
no, no,
Okay.
no. I don't know. I think they are just like releasing a new version of the application because I couldn't see these side panels before. So maybe because of that, the servers and everything is slower. I don't know. It's my theory.
I don't know,
I
but
see something else.
the side panel, it's showing a map in my computer, and then a graph for the like
Yeah.
security or something. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So let's do this.
Okay.
So I will try to take the offer.
Okay. So can you
So
explain again what we are looking on the right side, on the left side?
so I picked the offer on the mobile device.
Okay.
So it's the same offer as you can see. This is the from my side, a buyer robot, and I will try to take the offer. So here it will ask me again to back up the token, which I did moments ago. So I press done, and now it will ask me to place the bond on my site too. So I will
Yeah,
click.
both of you, but taker and
Yeah,
yeah, the buyer and seller must pay the bond.
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
So okay. Just a second. I have to click it again. Yes, right now. So it's loaded, and I have to confirm it. So I press next. It will show me the fee, which will be 0, and the amount.
So both of you are putting a bond, like a guarantee there in a contract, a hold invoice.
Exactly. And also what you can see here is that it's like confirming, and it
Yeah,
will
that's
show
normal.
that the transaction, yeah, that's normal. It will show that the transaction failed, but in reality it didn't fail. It just like, it's not like fully confirmed.
Okay.
So yes, okay, so right now it asked me to share the Lightning invoice. So what I have to do is basically place there the invoice I will get from my Lightning wallet. I'm just like thinking how I will
Yeah.
share it with from my phone.
So
Uh,
the mobile
maybe
the mobile app took your offer, right? And now you have to like invoice him for the 200,000 200,000 guaraníes, right?
Yes, now I have to log the collateral basically. So this side is selling Bitcoin, this side is buying Bitcoin. So
Okay.
what I have to place here is basically Lightning invoice for this amount of Sats,
Okay.
which I will generate from my Lightning wallet. And on this side of the trade, I have to press this again, basically, and confirm the transaction, the second
Okay.
one, the real one. Okay, so I'll slide this to confirm the transaction. All right, so here, right now will happen the same thing, that it will be like in pending state. So right now the bond is bond, and both the volume selling with the mobile phone is there. So I have to place the Lightning invoice. Maybe you can stop the sharing, and I will just
Okay.
quickly
One
paste
second.
it
One second.
there.
Yeah. Stop sharing.
Okay, perfect. So I have to share it probably with my messenger, and give me a second. Uh, 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 okay. In the meantime, if anybody has a question
Yeah,
about the
please.
platform, you can ask for free. We can reply to the questions.
Yeah, and at what point you are sharing the details for instance, the bank account or
At what point? Yes, after basically it's locked and you share the
yeah.
invoice, there will be a message. What's it called? The place you can sell the messenger basically, or some
Okay.
field you can exchange the messages with the counterparty. So there you have to share your banking information and everything related to the trade. So I'll quickly just receive set amount. Just check how much was it. So I'll put there 23,000.
Don't scam
23,000.
yourself.
761 Satoshi. So I will generate the invoice. I will share it with me. And is there any other question we have? We can.
No.
Okay. All right. So I'll go back.
I see there. I don't know if I'm looking at this right, but is it possible to do this without a coordinator? Because I'm seeing some offers that don't have a coordinator. You shouldn't take them, right?
I don't think that it's possible to do trades without a coordinator.
Okay.
Every trade should have an coordinator. If there is something like that, I don't know where you can see it in the offers or.
When I click an offer, it says open external order, and it says this order is not managed by a RoboSats coordinator. Please ensure you are comfortable with the privacy and trust trade-offs. You will open an
Yes.
external link or app.
Okay, yeah. So I wouldn't do this trade. I don't know if it's some external
I
unconfirmed
think, yeah, I heard about this,
coordinator.
and we have to look into it. But it opens up the lighting bot on Telegram.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so
an external application that is
yeah,
using API of RoboSats
yeah,
and is
that's
connected
it.
to it.
Just be
Yeah.
aware of that.
I heard that the P2P Bitcoin project, the application, Italian app, or a Swiss app, I'm not sure if it's Italian or Swiss, it doesn't matter. They want to connect to RoboSats as well. I
Okay.
was talking to a developer that told me, that confirmed me that they want to use the RoboSats API. So right now we can share the screen again,
Okay, all right.
and
Done.
there's a Lightning invoice that I just submitted or placed there, and I will confirm it. I will submit the invoice. And now I can see that the messaging window opened.
Okay.
And right now what happened is that the one side will ask to provide the bank info. So give me your bank details. So it will show here, and I will send some. Here is my account number XXX, and send it. Oh, I don't know why it's closed. Right. Your bank details. Oh, it's maybe because okay. I know what is happening. It's because it's not a Tor run application. It probably
Okay.
disables me to send the information.
Okay.
All right, but let's say that I shared the bank details here, and this site is basically right now waiting for the payment, the fiat payment, to be received on his bank account.
Okay.
Never press this button, confirm that you received the transaction before you actually receive it. There might be some like malicious users that have bad intention and they will try to like push you to press the button or something like that to basically steal your funds. But you should never do this. And even though there's this like expiration window, don't worry if you don't receive the application, the transactions. It's okay. What will happen after it is that the dispute on RoboSats will be open automatically, and dispute means that the coordinator is basically invited to resolve the issue. So each of those parties will have to provide with the details about what happened and what is the problem and so on, and then the arbiter, the coordinator, has to decide like who is right or not. Usually, what happens is that he will just like cancel and return the funds. So if the fiat payment doesn't go through, which happens sometimes, this is usually what happens. But in 95% or more even of cases, there is usually no problem and the coordinator is not necessary.
Okay, so it's not like you're going to lose your funds
No,
if
no.
your bond, if the, like, let's say the app doesn't work or whatever, you lose internet connection, you won't lose your bond.
Yeah. So, for example, I can now confirm that I sent the payment. Okay, I sent the payment, and now I see the payment, let's say, in my bank account. So I press the confirm button.
Okay.
It will ask me again if I'm sure that I'm ready to finalize the trade, because it's not reversible. If you once press this button, the sats go through and there's no way back. So I confirmed it. And now what will happen? Then I'll see the trade succeed. Yeah, okay, I see that I confirm, I received the transaction, and yes, trade finished.
Okay.
So now this site where I placed the Lightning address will receive the Bitcoin to the Lightning wallet that generated the Lightning invoice, basically.
So you only paid like 0.175 for
Yes.
for this trade, and the
Exactly.
bond got returned to you, right?
Exactly. Yeah, the bond is cancelled or released, and here you can see the difference between the market maker and market taker, because the taker always pays higher fees. It's not much more, like 0.175%.
Okay.
But still, there is a difference to motivate people to create orders, actually, not just take them, but to
Yeah, of
create
course.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I'm getting the notification that the trade finished successfully. Perfect. So yeah, that's how it works, basically. If anybody has a question, I know that we probably run into some issues as usual
Yeah,
with
but they probably
demonstrations.
will run into issues, so it's it's good that
Yes.
we ran into them, because otherwise we'll be like, this happened. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Like
live and
don't be scared, and if you have some issue or if you're unsure, you can always ask in the community we have on WhatsApp. Don't be afraid. Sometimes some weird situation happen, and no software is bulletproof or perfect. Um, so don't be afraid to ask question and share your experience.
yeah, well, there's a question here, and there are actually two questions. One, I won't mention the name for privacy, right? But uh,
Yes.
he's asking if RoboSats is like BISC.
BISC. Well, it's not like a BISC. It also depends on which version of BISC because there are two versions. There is version one and version two. The version two is a little simplified. It uses reviews and so on. But yeah, it's a little different because BISC also, if I'm correct, it works on chain. It works on layer one, at least the first version. I'm not really sure about the second one, but the first version worked on the on chain, and this one works. RoboSat works on Lightning, so the mechanism behind it is a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's another question. He is asking if it's easier to do RoboSat with Cashew and Noster as the communication layer eventually.
Uh-huh.
There,
RoboSats with Cashew and
yeah,
Monster.
there's uh, there's um there's another app that's called Mostro, I think.
Mostro.
Yeah, well, today when I shared this live stream, someone commented and asked me, "Hey, check out Mostro that runs on Noster. Noster is like a social app. I won't talk about that because I don't know, but we need to do a workshop about Noster. But the thing is, what my reply to him was, well, actually, it's a nice thing, but what we're trying to do here is onboard people, and Noster is good, but it's another layer of complexity because you have to know
Yes.
Noster to do this. And yeah, there are solutions that are building on Noster, but then the big issue about peer-to-peer is liquidity and onboarding and this friction of using it. So eventually, yes, I think it will be a thing, building apps on Noster, and then if you have a big community, you can use that as a communication layer. But right now, it's adding a step, another step to this. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
same. I also got the Nostr question about the Vexel app. If Vexel can use
yeah.
Nostr as a web of trust instead of phone numbers, and it's a valid question, and I understand that there are many Nostr enthusiasts that are asking for this, and I would like to see this personally. But the problem is that there are still not many people using Nostr, and I'm sure that it will change over the time. But we are very early. We are still very in a very early stage of the adoption with the Nostr. Like if with the Bitcoin we are a bit further because right now we can see that the institution and the companies and the states are slowly starting to adopt Bitcoin, but Nostr is lagging behind this, like I don't know, 5 maybe more years. So we have to wait when it gets more adoption, more traction. Yeah, but I'm sure we will get there, and I'm a fan of Nostr. I really think that it's a great technology, and we can build a lot on top of Nostr, many kind of useful applications, but it will take time, and Nostr needs a lot of development and a lot of developers to build all those amazing applications. And for example, this RoboSats app, it also is trying to build on top of Nostr. I don't know where is it actually, but I saw. Okay, I saw that. Yeah, they have this kind of writing. It's a new feature where you can rate the coordinator. It's fresh new. I don't know if it works. Okay, it seems it works. So somewhere it stores data, the reviews about the coordinators, but it's still like alpha version, so it's not a full release, a stable version of the app. So, but over the time, I'm sure like this all projects like Vexel, RoboSats, they are still very young. They exist for 2-3 years, so it will improve over time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, and then we have another person saying post your offers, guys. Yeah. This will work as more people put more liquidity, more offers into the platform. That's
Yes.
why it's important to concentrate the liquidity in one app. So yeah, that's actually the idea of this workshop here is
Yes.
to people adopt this way of exchanging.
Yeah, and what I like is that they are also providing the API, so the apps like, as I mentioned, Peach Bitcoin or other similar application, they can connect to this API, and then they can share the offers in a single market. So it's like with the Nostr, you have the protocol and then you can have the clients, right? So you have the protocol that everybody's share and everybody communicates on, but then you have the applications that are using it and they are tweaking it for the purpose they need. So yeah, and as you can see, the liquidity here is not really bad. Like if you for example are from European Union and you want to exchange euros to Bitcoin, there is a lot of liquidity here, and you can check. If I check the premium, for example, and I select that I want to buy. Okay. So, and I want to select, for example, Revolut and Wise as a payment options. So there are some offers. Here they are quite high, these fees, but maybe in sell. Yeah, it will improve over the time. We're still very early, but I think if we get enough people there, we can get a lot of liquidity in the market.
Yeah, that's exactly the question we got now. It's what about the liquidity in Paraguay? Well, it's really up to us, up to you. And as more people, then there is this wave sometimes. You when the price is low or high, you'll see more offers from one side and to the other. And so it's yeah, we need to onboard more people. That's the thing. But right now, for instance, when there are a lot of OTC people exchanging, and they are always buying and selling. It would be great if we could share this video with them. I know there are many reputable guys doing this, and they are actually making a living with the peer-to-peer trade. So I think maybe if you want, you can, if you're the first one or very active in RoboSats, maybe you can make a living like these guys.
Exactly. Yeah. If you know how to hedge yourself, for example, you can use those premiums and so on to actually make money.
Yeah, because actually there's a big market for peer-to-peer. In now we are focusing on RoboSats, but on exchanges, which we are trying to like give you an alternative. But in exchanges there are a lot of offers buying and selling. But yeah, we want them to know about RoboSats and maybe put more liquidity here,
Yes,
because well.
definitely.
Also, in these exchanges, the liquidity is concentrated, and I mean, there's no lighting market in places like Binance. Only USDT and that kind of stuff. So, and yeah, so it will be great. It will be great for people doing lighting transaction. There's another
Exactly.
question. Yeah, this he's asking what is the risk of receiving tainted or stolen bitcoins, and does the fact that lighting is on the way is a way to obscure past transactions of the OTOs that I'm buying. Yeah, I mean, nobody knows
I
about.
mean,
I don't know.
yeah, most of the risk actually using this platform are on the Bitcoin side. The
Yeah,
Bitcoin side is like Bitcoin doesn't care like who is using Bitcoin, right? The problem is on the fiat side. What can happen is, for example, that you receive payment. If you're, for example, selling Bitcoin and you receive fiat payment from someone that has really bad history, or let's say in next months or years, it will turn out that this person was a criminal, then they can go through the history through his transaction he made or this person made in the past, and they can go to your record, your transaction. They can ask you then questions like you were in touch with this person, what was this money for, and so on. So from the Bitcoin side of the trade, I don't see much risk, but yeah, the fiat side is the problem here. But this gets us to a good point: is that you don't only have to use fiat or fiat through the banks. You can also use USDT or USDT on any other network, or you can use Lightning Lightning Liquid USDT. So if you, for example, use USDT in Agua, which is using Liquid network, or which is implementing Liquid network, you can send Liquid USDT as part of the fiat part of the trade for the
yeah,
Bitcoin.
yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know if we have any other questions. Let me see. Um, no, no more questions.
All right. So, okay, seems like that's it for today. Maybe we will do
Yeah.
another video soon. I hope you guys liked what we showed you today, even though it it wasn't without a complication.
Well, but
But
that's very normal when you're
that's very
doing this kind
normal.
of
Yeah.
lives and using like this new technology. By the way, how many years of development has RoboSats?
I guess they started like 2020, 2021.
Okay, it's not something like it's something that works. It's
Yeah.
nothing new, nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe
well,
we can
so
check the GitHub page, how many releases they have here. But I guess
is it open source or
it's open source. That's
yeah?
also an important aspect of this platform. It's completely open source, so anybody can go and check the code to make sure that you're not about to be scammed by someone. But of course, don't trust, verify, and also when you're, for example, installing the APK, what is recommended is to verify it with the GPG, the signature match, the one that is provided here. It's a little more
I'm sorry, I'm
complex.
not sharing your screen. You want to share that?
Well, not necessary, but I'm just
Okay, but
mentioning
yeah,
that if someone is more advanced and
yeah,
more wants to be more cautious, this is definitely a recommended step.
yeah. Well, so yeah, it's a little bit more difficult than maybe exchanging with your friend or over an exchange, but you can think of it as using stuff like Signal versus WhatsApp. It's harder at first, but it protects your privacy, and so that's why
Exactly.
you should care about things like well this tool. So well, that's about it. So if you want more content, let us know what are some themes or topics you would like to see in these live streams. This is the first one. We would like to do more, but we want to listen from you what you are interested in. And well, we hope that you can share this video with someone you think will learn something. Share it with your OTC friend if they can start adding liquidity. And try
Mhm.
yourself, of course, start small, share with a friend. Always, it's great to grow this community we have here. And that's about it. So see you next time. Many thanks for watching. Many thanks also, Jan, for doing and preparing this presentation. And see you the next time.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. Don't what you can do is follow us on our
Oh yeah, I
social
forgot
media.
about that. Thank you. So
So
yeah, this is
we have a
yeah
Twitter account, we have a Instagram account, we have Nostr account, we have
yeah.
YouTube channel, as you can see.
I'm going to
You can
paste
follow us.
the socials in the comments. Uh,
Perfect. We will
so we
also
have
in the description of the video, so you can find it there later. And also, what you
okay.
can do if
I did a
you're
I did a terrible thing. Wait, because I have to share the links by one. Okay, so yeah,
so it's
think-
clickable actually.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and well, the Noster I'm gonna paste um oh the the primal link because I have it ready here, but you can
Yeah.
maybe I have oh no I have the public key here. Let me see. Yeah, we are on Noster. We'd like you to
Yes.
follow us.
You can
Yeah.
follow us, and also if you're a foreigner and you would like to visit us in Paraguay and see what we are building here, we have huge Bitcoin Paraguay community.
Ah,
Right
yeah.
now, I
Can you
guess
talk about the meetups?
yes. So each month, first Wednesday in month, we are organizing huge meetups here in Paraguay. Usually, we have over 100 people. Last one was over 150 people. And I guess it's the biggest regular Bitcoin meetup in the world right now. So it's a big thing. We are doing talks there. We have a great networking. We are also having a Lightning market as part of the event. So you can buy some little stuff for your sats with Lightning wallet. And yeah, you can meet so many amazing Bitcoiners here. For example, if you also are a FOSS developer and you would like to go and join our community and live in a really free country, you should definitely visit Paraguay and check it out. I'm sure you will like it.
Great. Well, well, that's it. We spammed the comment section with our socials, and so
Good job.
follow, subscribe to this channel. Why not? And yeah, no, yeah. See you next time, Jan.
See you. Cheers, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.